Hello and what's up, GSC Pokemon Challenges fam? How you guys doing? You can see what this is. This is a Spearow, guys. We're gonna do a full game run with this Pokemon. You might be asking, what the hell? Why would we be doing that? Look at those stats. It's 228th ranked out of 251 Pokemon, 30 defense, 31 in both specials, only 40 in HP. The attack and speed aren't terrible, but they're not great either. So 262 total base stats is one of the worst Pokemon. And we're in the medium fast level up group, which means in the early game, we don't actually gain levels very quickly at all. So this is going to be a massive grind. Now you might be asking, why? Why, Teo? Why are we even doing this? Well, first things first, we gotta explain what we're actually trying to do here, because we have a minimum battle series going, so what's with the solo runs? Well, the idea is this. The minimum battle series is with Pokemon using max DVs or max IVs. Basically, we're trying to see in the best case scenario, how far can the Pokemon go before it just hits a major wall? Some Pokemon could get really deep into the game, whereas some Pokemon like this Spearow lost on the first gym. In fact, it didn't even get to Falkner, it lost on Honest Abe. But solo runs also allow us to check some other things. For example, how would egg moves affect a particular Pokemon? Or how would the Pokemon perform if it got just a few extra optional battles against trainers before it went into that tough gym? So the goal today is to find out at what level we could beat the entire game with a single Spearow. And I think it's going to be an incredibly interesting challenge. Now, first things first, we need to break down the rules that we're going to use for solo challenges on this channel. Now, my rules are very different from a lot of other solo runners, so I'm going to break this down in detail once. And then in future videos, I'm just going to tell you to refer back to this one. Number one, these are solo challenges, so all the standard kind of solo challenge rules apply. We're not going to use any other Pokemon in battle, no items in battle, no glitches intentionally in battle. Number two, we are going to be running these Pokemon on 0 DVs, or 0 IVs if you're coming from a later gen, which means we are running the weakest possible version of the Pokemon in question. Now you might be asking, why the heck would we do that? That just sounds ridiculous. There's actually a pretty darn good reason for this. You see, in the minimum battle series, we're basically testing to find where the best possible version of a Pokemon hits a wall. The point where no matter what, you would have to start level grinding. Because if you're on max DVs and you can't get through a certain trainer, that means any random variation of that Pokemon would still be hitting a wall at that point. But once we know where that wall is, now we want to come back and find out, even in the worst case scenario, with the worst DVs, what level could the Pokemon actually get through the game? Does it become completely impossible to beat the game? By having those two data points, we can really judge just how good or bad a Pokemon is. Now, keeping on that theme of minimalism, we are going to avoid optional battles wherever we can. Our default will be to go minimum battles and only start taking optional battles when we actually confirm that we've hit a wall. In those cases, we will start grinding optional battles, but based on damage rounding thresholds. Now, if you don't know about damage rounding thresholds, there's a whole Bulbapedia article on it, so just go read that. It's far more detailed than what I could explain here, but the basics are this. When your Pokemon reaches a level that ends in 0, 3, 5, or 8, it just tends to do a little bit more damage because of the way that the game rounds partial fractional numbers in its damage calculation. Pokemon will be allowed to use rare candies, but within certain reason. We can only use the rare candies that we pick up throughout the game, and they can only really be used in cases where either A, they would get us to a really key move that's going to help us progress, or B, in the case of hitting a complete wall against a super strong trainer, and they're the only possible way to progress in the run. That being said, stat boosting vitamins like carbos, calcium, and protein will be banned in these runs. You see, while leveling up a Pokemon with rare candies causes them to actually be relatively weaker than if you had grinded the levels to get to that point, The opposite is true when you use these stat boosting vitamins. At the same level, you're making your Pokemon relatively stronger. And that kind of defeats the whole purpose of trying to beat the game with the worst possible version of that Pokemon. Last but not least, we will be scoring Pokemon as we go through the runs based on my scoring system. Now, you don't have to agree with my scoring system, which is why we'll also track the time and the level at which we beat the game. The reason I use my scoring system is pretty simple. I'm not really focused on how fast I can beat the game as opposed to whether or not I can do it on minimum battles or something relatively close to minimum battles. What that means is that I tend to reward Pokemon more if they just take a couple resets to get through a fight than if they have to go grind a few optional battles to get through a fight. I also tend to prefer to avoid TMs unless they're actually necessary. In Gen 2 in particular, when you look at the TM learn sets of most Pokemon, they're almost identical in a lot of ways. Basically everything can learn Curse, Toxic, Protect, Swagger. I mean, at what point are we just going to end up with a bunch of Pokemon running the exact same moveset if we simply use TMs all the time? That being said, we need to use some TMs, otherwise a lot of Pokemon won't be able to get through the game. So we're going to balance that by simply deducting some points when they start to use TM moves. With that being said, TMs only count for 1 point on my system, so they're not going to usually make a massive difference. The exception being broken TMs. Over on RBY Pokemon Challenges, I count moves like Bide, Mimic, Substitute, and of course, Double Team in this broken TMs category just because they're either completely generic, every Pokemon can learn them, or they're completely broken and people would not even want to watch those runs. In Gen 2, I'm not quite sure which TMs I want to categorize in that way because I'm not sure that any of them are actually as broken as what we had back in Gen 1. I may end up adjusting this as we go through the series. Last but not least, just keep in mind that these are first attempts with all of these Pokemon. We're very likely going to come back and do some sort of optimization or even some versus challenges with Pokemon in the future. But for these first ones, we're just going to be kind of going through the game and figuring out how we can beat the game at the lowest level that we can with the fewest number of optional battles that we can. But Spearow might just be one that completely breaks this open and has us take basically every battle. Now, the first thing that we're going to test in all of these solo challenges is whether or not giving egg moves or event moves could have allowed a Pokemon to continue on minimum battles. In this case, I gave Spearow access to Tri Attack and Feint Attack, which I felt were basically its two best moves, and we got all the way to Whitney on minimum battles. But at this point, at level 18, we're outsped by the Miltank, and it absolutely destroys us whether it's Rollout or Stomp. We could get through with maybe some absolutely insane luck with misses and mud slaps, but it's not anywhere near consistent enough to say that it can progress in the game. And as we'll see, this is not the only wall for Spearow in a full game solo challenge. And now that we've confirmed that minimum battles isn't at least reasonably possible with this Pokemon, we'll now start a more standard solo challenge where we'll take optional battles and see just what it takes to get through the entire game. So here, first things first, let's fight rival number 1. And here we're just going to come in, just maybe give him a nice little growly growl. Let's give him another growl. Okay, he's doing like 4 damage there. Remember, we've got the berry on, so we should win this. No, he crits. Okay, there we go. So we do beat Rival 1, no problem. But like I said, we found last time that even by adding on Tri Attack and Feint Attack, I added Feint Attack specifically because it would be super effective against Rival 2's Ghastly. It just didn't work. We did not beat the game on minimum battles. Whitney was a wall. So what that tells me is that we should take some optional battles, and we should take them before Whitney. But we also know that a normal Spearow without those egg moves does not beat Falkner on minimum battles. So I just think we should take advantage of the fact that we at least have a chance to do something here. Let's catch ourselves a Pidgey. This can just be an HM slave Pokemon, yes. And we're also going to catch this Sentret right here to be another HM Pokemon. Very nice. Get in the ball. Yes, Sentret. He does the job. But here we know that we need optional battles. Now, we're not going to try to go too hard on optional battles. I'm going to try to take logical optional battles. So youngster Joey, probably not a logical optional battle. He doesn't really do much for us. Of course, we have to fight here against youngster Mikey, and we're just going to peck his bird. Nice. And the rat comes out, and rats, you know, sometimes they get dive bombed. But here's what we are going to do. We are going to try to take on the Sprout Tower. And I'm going to take on Sprout Tower specifically because I think this is going to be the way to, at least in theory, gain the levels that we need in order to be much better against Falkner. And this way we'll get access to the Flash HM as well. And I'm just really interested to find out if we can even beat the game at the end with this Pokemon. So here we easily beat Nico. We're just going to continue up. Let's come fight this guy too. Oh, and look at this. We get tackled down by the last sage here. We need to give a berry here. Okay, Jay, come on. He's like, you know, his rival Hoot Hoot completely destroys, even at the same level. Are you kidding me? So we get through that one. Here's Hoot Hoot. It tackles us. It growls at us. Tackles us again. We're going to heal right there. I think we're getting through this time. Yes. Okay, and then he sends out another Bellsprout, and he's just going to get wrecked. There we go. So Sage Lee, no problem. And we get access to Flash. Here, coming into Falkner's gym now with Jay the Spearow, we have 30 HP at level 11. We know Peck, Growl, and Leer. And we have 19 attack, 12 defense, 12 special attack, 12 special defense, and 21 speed. You might be saying, those stats don't look that great for level 11. It's because we're on 0 DVs. So here, let's go ahead and fight against Honest Abe. He's got a level 9 Spearow. We can see all of our stats are at least better than this one. I'm going to leer at him first, and now start pecking. And look at the damage. Oh, that destroyed that Pokemon. Here, we're going to come into the Falkner fight. Let's just break down the stats here. Level 12, we've got 32 HP, Peck, Growl, and Leer, of course, 20 attack, 13 in defense, 13 in both specials, and 22 speed. Just gonna save the game, and it's time for Falkner. So here, Falkner attempt number 1, we're just going to peck on his Pidgey. It's a 2-hit KO. Out comes the Pidgeotto. I'm gonna Leer it once just to see. And now this is looking to be a 3-hitter. But we survive with 1 HP, and there we go. No berry on. We simply got through straight up. What we will do is backtrack in order to get access to the pink bow. I'm not sure that it's going to be necessary right now, right away, but once we get a move like return, I do think the pink bow is the way to go. It should, in theory at least, allow us to maybe, just maybe, win some fights. I don't know, you guys tell me. So here, I'm not really sure exactly what level I need for everything. We should have an advantage on Bugsy, of course. We should also have a little bit of an advantage on Chuck, but it is kind of a question, like, how are we going to perform as we progress in the game? Because our Spearow is still a Spearow, guys. Pryce is going to suck. The fight against Jasmine is going to be terrible. So I don't know, guys. Like, this could end up being really, really, really bad. Okay, so now we get access to Swift, and I'm just going to go ahead and learn that move. Like, I try to avoid TMs as much as possible, but I found in the previous run that a move like Swift would definitely help in some spots, as would the move that we've just learned in Mudslap. So I'm just going to have those. Mudslap's good for things like poison types that are coming up, also good for things like a Magneton. Given that we're on 0 DVs, we don't get to manipulate our hidden power type. If I did, I might go for something like Hidden Power Ground with this Pokemon, just for the sake of having a better move against the electric types, which are our main weakness, and the rock types. Or, I mean, you could also argue for going for some sort of like Hidden Power Fire, Hidden Power Electric, but I think Hidden Power Ground would be better with these stats. But we don't manipulate hidden powers here. We're not Scott Stats. Oh man. Oh man. I'm sorry. I think even Squidgy manipulates his DVs for hidden powers. That's not something that I'm going to do. I'm going to run these on pure 0 DVs. So here we go. We can send Kurt out after we threaten to peck his acorns, and he's going to tumble down the well. You know, he's going to yell up to Lassie. He's going to be like, Lassie, come save me. And we're just going to come over here and we're going to start fighting rockets. So starting with this guy right here, I think Swift is our strongest move. So we're just going to use that. Yes, Swift. We will not learn Fury Attack. Nobody needs Fury Attack. We need Swift. Yes. Oh, look at the destruction. So we're just going to take all of these required battles first. I think this is the way to go. So here we get a nice free heal, but we're just going to pop down here. We're going to go into good old Bugsy's gym. Now this is a spot where I actually think we should fight everything, because these are super easy fights for our Spearow. We know we need extra levels when we get to the next gym anyway. So let's just take the free XP while it's here. And just enjoy the fact that, hey, these are all just bugs and we can just bite them and they die, or peck them and they die. Okay, and there we can just do that. Let's come over and face. And now we can fight this trainer that we never fight. Who is this? Bug Catcher Benny. Benny is getting wrecked. He's going to send out the cocoon. He's going to send out the Beedrill. I know it. Yes. And the Beedrill's fury attacking. It's furious that we just killed its offspring, but there we go. So cool. We can come right here now. Let's just heal up very quickly, save the game, and it's time for the Bugsy fight. So here, Bugsy, round one, we're just going to peck this one. Let's peck it again. Very good. Out comes the Kakuna, peck it, and now out comes the Scyther, against whom we can just peck and it misses the Fury Cutter. We get the easy 3-hit victory there against good old Bugsy. So yeah, that was perfectly fine. That was nice and destructive. That's just what we wanted. But now we have to take on Rival 2. Now last time I had access to Try Attack, which was pretty good, and I had access to Feint Attack, which even at a much lower level was two-shotting the Ghastly. But let's see how we go now. So here in this fight, we are simply going to lead off with some slappies. And the good news is that Ghastly can't actually damage a Spearow because we are a normal type Pokemon, but we're going to have to peck there. Very nice. We get through. Now on the Zubat, I'm going to Swift. It's a 2-hit KO here. Very nice. And out comes the Croconaw, against whom I'm going Swift. The Water Gun does massive damage. This is clearly a spot where one critical hit would have gotten us through, but we didn't have any Mud Slaps, so we couldn't go for any accuracy strats here. So here, let's try this again. I'm going to peck right there. Oh, get the nice crit too. Oh, look at that. Now we can Swift. Oh, we get another critical hit. Here, I'm going to slap and slap. And now I'm going to leer. And now I'm going to go for the Swift here. And now he gets a critical hit. Are you kidding me? I was going to say we were about to win. We were about to win that fight. And we do not get through. So we can see that this is not a consistent fight, at least. So it makes me think we should go fight some more dudes. So let's come fight this guy. He is a fire breather. He's like, look at me breathing fire. And we're just going to say Swift. Get wrecked. Okay. Now, we generally want to level up to damage rounding thresholds. So the next damage rounding threshold is level 18. Now, a damage rounding threshold is just a spot where the game, because it rounds your damage based on your level, it divides by like 5 and multiplies by 2. What was it? Oh my god, I can't remember my damage formula. RIP. But anyway, there's a division and a multiplication, but the game always rounds down fractions. So whenever there's like a 0.8, instead of rounding up to 1, it rounds down to 0. We want to get to levels where times 2 divided by 5 leads to just a +1, basically. So here, let's come and fight this rival again. Now at level 18, we're going to peck here on the Ghastly. This is basically just a victory every time against the first Pokemon. So we're just trying to wake up here before he spites away all of our peck PP. Cool. Now we can Swift here on the Zubat. We get confused. Are you kidding me? But we get through. Nice. And now we hit ourselves in confusion and we die. That was terrible. That was terrible. The confusion was kind of stupid. It's possible you could get through at a slightly lower level, but generally speaking, the damage rounded thresholds give you the next best chance to get through a tough fight. Now, the other thing that we can say for sure is if we're struggling to get through rival number 2, we would not be beating Whitney at this point. She is much tougher than this. So here, let's fight this guy again. And here we're going to simply peck on the Ghastly. It's not quite a one-hitter, but we are doing more damage. So we just need to be able to move. Come on, come on, come on, Spearow. Move. There we go. Yes, the Zubat now gets Swift. Nice. Croconaw, let's just go all in on the Swift here. Oh, yes. There we go. Easy victory now. So, yes, we have defeated our rival. We can just come up here. We can go ahead and heal. No problem right there. And we can zip over here into the Ilex Forest where we're just going to chase around this Farfetch'd. We don't even care how far-fetched he thinks it is that we're going to win this game. So here, let's just chase Farfetch'd back. We can get access to HM1, which is cut. And we fortunately have a homie already that knows how to cut. But here, we can just navigate our way on up north. Oh, and there's... Oh, Togepi. Yes, Togepi comes out. I like how they made it say, like, B in the anime. As opposed to P, because they didn't want us yelling PP the whole time. I'm sure of it. I'm sure it was originally supposed to say PP. So here for now, let's go into the underground where we can fight this guy who's got some slowpokes. You know, he's poking around. We're just going to Swift and just peck that one down. Perfect. We get to level 21. We'll Swift right here and just peck that one down. Very nice. Donald. You're no match. You're no match whatsoever. Now we can come over here to the Super Nerd where we can just start slapping on these Magnemites. They mean nothing to us. Even the level 9 Magnemite gets wrecked. And now comes Voltorb. I'm going to go Swift right here. And we easily win. And now it's time to try to fight something in this gym. So here's the basic game plan. We're going to start off with just the required trainers, and then we're going to go fight more if we can't get through. So starting with the Snubble right here, I'm just going to go Swift, and we get Charmed, and we get Scary Face, but we do win. You were no match. Truly no match. Okay, so here, let's just heal up very quickly. Let's save the game. Now, when I came in on minimum battles, I was level 18 at this point. We're level 21. We're 3 levels higher. Let's just see if this makes this a possible fight. So, Whitney attempt number 1. Swift is looking to be a 2-hitter there. We leveled up to level 22, but we took so much damage there. And we're still outsped by the Miltank, and it stomps us down. I do not think we're going to win this fight, guys. Just don't think we're winning. So what we're going to do is fight some more trainers. Haha, what a concept. So again, at least we can say that this isn't some sort of like consistent situation here. You know, like we're not looking great. Oh, and we get rolling kicked. And let's just see what the range is with Swift. It is looking like at least a 4-hit KO here. So we can't just go in on attack. We can't just get one easy critical hit. We would need tons and tons of accuracy luck. And since we're no longer on minimum battles, I just got to be clear. Like, if we're on minimum battles, I will grind it out to try to get through on minimum battles. But if we're no longer on minimum battles, then I'm just going to go and say, all right, well, it was fun while it lasted, guys. When we reach the point where we outspeed the Miltank, that will make a big difference, of course. But we also just need more defense. 0 DVs is pretty bad for our defense stat here. All right, so Whitney, round like 15 or something, I'm not sure. we're gonna get 2 hits there with Swift. We get to level 24. We get rolled out on. And yeah, we are still slower. She has 48 speed, guys. Okay, we get a nice rollout miss there, but then stomp, right? The odds of setting up all the accuracy moves without her hitting us is just insanely low. We survive with 2 HP here, but no chance, no dice. So yeah, guys, we just should not sit here and grind that. It's not like a situation where, you know, within a few resets, we're going to get through. That is clearly a situation where we're just getting wrecked. So here instead, let's come up, let's fight more guys. Let's get to level 25 at least. Let's just try again. Whitney, round like 27, maybe? Not sure. Here's Swift, and we get the double slap, but we get through. Cool. We get the rollout turn 1. She misses turn 2. She misses stomp turn 3. But if she lands a single stomp, I think we just die. Yeah. So it's still not a situation where we can really go for that. Let's just see if anything has happened with our happiness to the point that we can now get access to return, maybe? Let's just see. Okay, so we got access to return. And I'm not sure how happy we are exactly, what the exact power of return is at this point, but we're going to learn it over Swift. And let's just see if it does more damage or not. It's time to return. Whatever return does, I don't know, but I don't know why return would be a 100 base power move, but it is. So yeah, return does not quite one shot, but it is doing more damage. Okay, here on the mill tank, we use return. Still looking to be a 4-hit KO. It's a little bit stronger, maybe, but definitely not strong enough to get us through that fight. And you could argue for going like Quick Claw, but yet again, it's not a situation where we need just like one extra turn. If we only need like one extra turn, then maybe we can go for the Quick Claw, trying to get the luck to, you know, just outspeed and win that way. Usually the Quick Claw doesn't give you that much of an advantage. Okay, so we have fought everything going up north, and that means we have to go south now. We're going for level 28 for our next attempt. I think by getting to level 28, we'll be at a high enough level to outspeed as well, but let's find out if that's actually the case. This is the bad part of these runs. Like, if I had any idea of what level I could beat things at, well, then obviously we would have just fought everything before, and I would have said, we need these fights. But I didn't know that. So instead, we have to backtrack and we have to fight here. Now, one of the rules that I'm going to keep in these runs is no fighting wild Pokemon. I want to keep the roots so that we're only fighting trainers, so that at the end of the day, we can actually say, like, you need to fight these exact trainers and you will gain this much experience, and then you will be able to win these fights. I am kind of glad that I fought everything in Bugsy's gym though, because we're all the way back here fighting level 2 Caterpies to get XP, you know, like look how little XP they give. Okay, let's go take on youngster Joey. Oh my God. Are we gonna literally beat everything and still not to get to level 28? Oh, this is terrible. So yeah, we've beaten everything, still not reached level 28. Now we could sit here and get people's phone numbers and refight them. I'm not going to do that in these runs. But what we can say definitively is that Spearow needs every possible battle to even have a shot here. Now I think we'll level up maybe off of the first Clefairy, and if we do, then we should outspeed after that. So Whitney, here she is in all her glory. I'm going to use return here. We don't quite one hit, but we do get the 2-hitter. We level up, and now we are faster than the mill tank, so we can start mud slapping first, which in theory will allow us to maybe get through this. Nope, she lands both of the stomps there. Okay, let's try this again, because we are leveling up after the first Clefairy, and it misses that time, so we'll just use like Pursuit, something weak to get through there. And I mean, we can see we just barely leveled up there, so we're probably almost perfect as far as the amount of XP that we got and what we need. So we're going really hard on the accuracy here, of course, and she still lands the stomps. Come on. Like, at this point, there are no trainers to go fight, so I think we just have to reset on this one. Okay, so we knocked that one out in one hit this time. Let's just see how much return does. Looks like a 3-hitter. Oh, and we may have just, yeah, we just get through by just sitting here and spamming return. Okay, well, that was pretty ridiculous, but we do get the plain badge, and the benefit of the plain badge is that it gives a badge boost to normal type moves. There we go. So now it's time to beat up on some Kimono girls. Fortunately, Jolteon does not have great HP or great defense, so we do manage to get through that fight. We can talk to this guy, and we can get HM3. It's perfect. It's all just perfect. So here with HM3, we're going to just go ahead and teach Surf to Sentret. He does it all, guys. He literally does it all. Sentret is the ultimate Pokemon. Oh, we came and met Bill. Bill, get the hell out of here. Leave me alone. I don't care about the time capsule. Nobody likes Gen 1. RBY Pokemon Challenge is the worst channel ever. All right, so before we can take on good old Morty, we actually have to go to the burned tower in this version of the game, But here we're going to come fight rival number 3. Let's see how this fight goes. We're probably over leveled, but I'm not sure. Level 29 coming in. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lead off with Pursuit. Oh, and he goes Curse. But we do manage to knock that one out. The Magnemite comes out. We're going to just slap Slappy on it. Oh, it did a lot of damage too. No, we get to level 30 right there. But let's see if Return can do it. Yes, we knocked that one out. Croconaw, we did like half. So we need to not get hit by Curse. And I think the best way to deal with that is maybe to slap at him. Okay, that did not do enough. But we get a nice range there. Cool. So we do knock that one out. So we're still on full health here. And out comes Croconaw. We're going to return. It bites and return. And there we go. So we do defeat the rival on the second attempt. That was not too bad. Just needed a better range on that Magnemite. And there we go. We have completed this section. This guy, he's going to freak out about Suicune, of course. And we're just going to run out of here. We're going to be like, all right, we got this. We got this. Let's save the game and let's fight against Morty. So here, Morty attempt number 1, almost an hour into this. But Peck almost takes out the Ghastly. Here, we're going to need a 2-hitter on the Haunter. Out comes the Gengar. We don't have to worry too much about damage dealing moves, but the Sleep plus Curse is kind of OP. So here, let's try this again, because maybe we get a better range on that first Ghastly. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we just do not manage to knock that one out in one hit. So let's try again, because a crit here obviously would get us through without any damage. And they're going to go for Hypnosis no matter what. I don't know, this might be a spot where we're better off going for the berry to avoid sleep. But I'm going to try this just a couple more times. So here what we're going to do is, of course, we're going to give this mint berry to Jay instead of the pink bow. The pink bow is kind of useless in this fight, but let's try this again with the mint berry on. So here we go. He comes out. There's the Ghastly. We're going to peck it, not get through the first one in one hit, unfortunately. There could be like some crazy good range or something there, but here we're going to Mud Slap at this one, just trying to avoid any hypnosis from it. Okay. And we recover with the mint berry. So now the Haunter, I think we'd have to crit here, and we just don't get the range to get through that. Okay, let's try again. So here, Peck. Oh, we get Spite this time instead. That's actually kind of nice, because now we don't have to even be cursed yet. Now we get cursed there. So now we're going to start slapping on the Gengar to avoid the hypnosis. And now we're going to go into the Peck. Okay, so here out comes Haunter. But we are faster, and there we go. With 2 HP remaining, we do get through, so it's just a matter of not getting cursed from the first Pokemon, and we can actually win that fight, interestingly enough. And now what we're going to do, of course, Rival, he's like, there's nobody in this gym, you know, like he's just kind of a jerk like that. But we're going to pop up here. We're going to get the Strength HM by just talking to a drunken sailor. Nice. And let's go upstairs in here. And here we can talk to Jasmine. She's just going to be like, go get me stuff. Go get my drugs. You know, like standard stuff. Standard Jasmine stuff. All right, so here's what we're going to do now. We are going to surf on our Centret here. And here, let's get into Chuck's gym. Since we have a type advantage, this might not be that bad. So here, obviously, first things first, we're going to peck Hitmonlee. It double kicks us. That's not great. But we do win. Now we've got to take on Hitmonchan, though. And I'm just not sure, guys. Thunder Punch does us in right there. So let's try this again. Maybe we do more damage with Return even. Well, there's no way though, right? Because Return can only be like 102 power max. So we might just need to get a better damage range here. A crit or something like that. So yeah, that's not working. We probably just need one critical hit here though, is what I'm thinking. Based on the ranges that I'm seeing, and maybe having a berry on is the way to go. So here we're just going to keep grinding this for a minute. Oh yes, we get the crit right there, so we just one shot on that one. Now we can come and fight this Hitmonchan. He uses Ice Punch, but we survive, and there we go. We get through. It's just a matter of a little bit of luck there. Oh, and while we're here, we may as well talk to our drug dealer. Oh, and talk to the guy who's going to give us, aw shucks. Aw, shucks. Oh, Shuckle. Yes. Look at him. Look at his amazing moves. And here, oh yeah, this guy. He's got the glasses on and everything. We know what he's up to. And then it's time to take on Chucky Boy. You know, they had to make at least one gym where you literally have to fight everything. It had to be Chuck. But here we go. Chuck. Round 1. He's throwing boulders. He's so angry that his Spearow is coming in and wrecking all the monkeys and whatnot. So here, Peck looks to be a 2-hitter there on Primeape. Out comes Poliwrath. And this is looking like a 3-hitter, but he lands the dynamic punch. Are you kidding me? Come on. Come on. We need better luck than that. I think we can win this, though. We need a run where dynamic punch does not land. That's all we need. Nice crit there. Oh. On the Poliwrath. It misses 1. Misses 2. Misses 3. Oh, there we go. See? That's all we needed. We get to level 35. We have beaten Chucky Boy. This is perfect. All perfect. So here we can talk to his wife. We've been talking to your wife, buddy. And here we're going to start by teaching Fly not to Spearow, but to Pidgey. And the reason for this is just so that we don't have that move slot taken up. And actually, Jasmine is going to be kind of rough here. And I think this is where we start gaining just a ton of levels by going through the Rocket storyline. Here, we're going to just watch Lance beat up on some guys for no reason, clearly. But now we can fight these Rockets. So here, the rival just... I hate how the rival just keeps showing up and then not doing anything. He's just like, I'm not going to fight you. I'm just going to show up. I'm just going to show my face here. Oh. So here, the executive, he's an absolute cakewalk. Look at the destruction. You know, Return is kind of OP. Kind of OP in Gen 2 runs, guys. This is one where it just makes sense, though. Like, I would avoid Return generally, but when you're a normal flying type, it is one of the best moves that we could ever get, so I think we just have to roll with it. So here, let's backtrack right here, where we're going to open that door, go in, they're going to get angry. Out comes Lancey Boy. There we go. Let's just take this one on where Arbok. Get returned. Nice. We can learn Drill Peck now. We're going to learn that Overpeck. Here, let's just see how the Drill Peck does. Oh, yes. The destruction of Drill Peck. It's pretty nice, guys. Just saying. So, easy victory right there. Now we have to take care of these electrodes. We do not want to get any experience from these. I don't get any experience from wild Pokemon in these runs. So the way that we deal with the electrodes, of course, is that we're simply going to throw balls at them. We're going to put balls in balls. You know, as long as we got enough balls, we should be fine. You know, if your mom comes in and she hears us talking about balls, just tell her this is fine. Mom, this is fine. Don't just go out, Mom. It's okay that GSC talks about balls. How many balls do I have, guys? That is the real question. Are they great balls? Are they Pokeballs? Oh, man. Oh, this is stupid. So here we're just going to keep chucking. There we go. We got through all of those electrodes. Very, very nice. Now we can obviously use the electrode for Flash. Oh, but Shuckle can learn Flash. Okay, well then Shuckle, you're a Flasher now. Oh shucks, he's flashing people. All right, this is Pryce's gym. Pryce's gym is not necessarily an easy one for us, but we're gonna try. Oh, there we go. So here we are, dead in front of Pryce. Now Blizzard might just destroy us, but let's just see if we can win or not. So there is Pryce. He's got the seal first. We're going to just use Return here. It's not a one-hitter. Icy Wind did decent damage. Okay. Dugong comes out. We're going to Return and get Aurora Beamed, and we are dead. So I'm not sure that we win this fight. Is it possible to beat Jasmine, maybe? Probably not. It's probably not worth it. It's probably not very good, but we're going to try this anyway. Okay, so here we can pass some drugs. Nice. She's just using them, guys. There's nothing we can do. We can't stop her from doing what she does, guys. So here we go. We're in Jasmine's gym. We're gonna save the game, and let's just check how we're doing stats wise right now. We are currently at level 37 with 85 HP. We know Drill Peck, Return, Pursuit, and Mud Slap. And we have 58 attack, 36 defense, 37 in both specials, and 66 speed. I'm going to lead off with the Mud Slap here, and it's a 2-hitter there on the first Magnemite. Okay, but Thunderbolt just destroys us. Just destroys us. Now, we could get lucky. That's kind of what we're banking on. We can also crit, and I think we'll one-shot here. But if a single Thunderbolt hits, we're dead. Oh, man. Oh, this is bad. Okay, Thunderbolt misses. Nice. Oh, we get another Thunderbolt miss. Nice. We level up to level 38. Out comes Steelix. We're going to Mud Slap this one like crazy. Just because, oh, an Iron Tail just destroyed us. Okay. So I do not think we win that fight. I just don't think that works. So instead what we're going to do, we're going to pop in here. Let's just fight the rest of these guys in here. Let's get to level 38 at least. Let's get the damage rounding. So here we can pop right here. Let's save the game and let's fight this one again. So here, Magnemite, Mud Slap. Oh, we're just getting really slappy here. Oh, nice crit there. Now Steelix hits the Iron Tail. And there's just nothing we can do, guys. Nothing we can do at all. So yeah, Jasmine's going to be a wall for a hot minute there, I think. So now let's instead go back to Pryce. All right, Pricey boy, let's go. Oh, and we probably don't want the Paralyzed Cure Berry, rip. But we one-shot Seal now. This is still like a two-hitter. But we get through there to the Piloswine. And it hits the Blizzard. Blizzard has a 30% chance to miss. We just need, I think, the 30% chance to get a miss there. I think we're good. Okay. We get the miss, and there we go. We beat Pryce. Oh, Pryce, you absolute legend. So, yeah, he gets wrecked by our Spearow at this level. By some luck with our Spearow at this level. But that's fine. So here now, I don't think we're going to beat Jasmine at this level still. So what we're going to do, we're going to go take care of a couple things. First things first, I think we just come over here. Let's just fight some swimmers now. Oh, this girl's like Misty Jr. Oh, the design literally looks like a young Misty. Seriously. Tell me that's not Misty. Come on. Come on. Kazumi, as she is in Japanese. So here against Jasmine, we've leveled up a little bit. Mud Slap still is a 2-hit KO range on the Magnemites. So short of just crazy luck, we're just dead there. So here, let's instead come over here. We can see Suicune. And then this guy's gonna be like, no, Suicune, come back. So here he is, the Mystic Man. Get drill pecked. Yes. And I guess we just return on the Electrode. Nice. Haunter, get drill pecked. Nice. Oh, look at that. The guy's name is Eugene. Come on. So here, let's save the game. Let's zip up here. Let's now fight this one again. So here, let's go for the Mud Slaps. Still not enough right there. So let's go actually here. Let's fly back to Goldenrod real quick. Because of course we can come right here, can get our hands on some stuff. But we can also come down here and fight against these girlies. With the whole idea being to get the soft sand. Okay, so we don't really need a Paralyzed Cure Berry. That was just a waste of time. But now we have soft sand, so we should do a little more damage with our Slappy Slaps. Let's just see. So here we go. We're going to Mud Slap here. And it's almost a one-hitter. Almost. So close. I don't think it's a range to one-hit KO here. Like if we can get the range at any point to one-hit KO, then we're just golden. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back and we're going to fight the trainers that we haven't fought already over here because we're so close to a level up. So we're all the way up to like 91 resets here. And it just comes down to we reset when we don't gain XP and we take the optional battle when we do gain XP. And we got to level 46 here. So again, we should be doing slightly more damage. And I don't know, at this point, return might be stronger. Okay. But yeah, look how little we relatively do, but I think we finally got it. There we go at level 46. We finally managed to beat Jasmine. Oh, that was terrible, terrible. Oh, look at the brutality of that. But now we have to go and do the radio tower. We have no choice, of course. That's the way that they made Gen 2. They're like, oh yeah, you have to go do this whole Rocket storyline with like all of the trainers. And we've made it upstairs to the first executive. This guy, he loves his coughing and wheezing. Here, let's go return. Yes, okay, one hitter there. Return is a one hitter there. Yeah, we're just destroying these coughings. This is nice. This is perfectly fine. Wheezing is a 2-hitter, but we do knock it out. And out comes the final coughing. We get to level 48 right here. Oh, sorry, 2 more coughings. But we managed to get through that executive, no problem whatsoever, just because we're way over leveled at this point. And now it's time to take on rival number 4. Let's see how this guy goes. So he finally shows up and actually wants to fight us. So here what we're going to do is we're going to drill peck. I probably should have gone return, but that's fine. We'll return now. Magnemite, we got a mud slap. Nice. Haunter, drill peck. Very nice. Out comes the Sneasel. I think we just stick with the drill peck there. The Feraligatr is looking to be a 2-hitter with drill peck. So not too bad. We get the win right there. Just keep it going. Peck him down. Show him that we're a pecker. That's what we should have named ours. He shouldn't be named Jay. He should be named Pecker. In fact, I'm gonna fix that now. There we go. Yes, the Legend of Pecker. He's ready to go. Here we're going to talk to this guy. Get the card key. Very nice. So now we can zip back upstairs. So we're all the way up to level 51 now. Let's save the game right here. I'm actually going to... Well, no, I'm not going to. I'm just going to come in and fight this guy. Let's just beat this guy. Let's just be done with this. So Drill Peck should just do the job on Houndour. Drill Peck's more than enough for Wheezing. Houndoom is coming out. I'm gonna go return here and get the 1-hitter. Nice. So we do win. That is the good news. We do win. But is it worth it? I'm not sure. Being all the way up at like level 50 something just to get through this section of the game, it's not really my ideal way of playing. So here, let's just heal up at the Pokemon Center. So here we've made it to Claire, and I don't know how we're gonna do. We're all the way up at level 52 now. Let's see if Spearow can win. So here, Claire attempt number 1. We're gonna go return on the Dragonair. It is a 1-hitter. Return on the second Dragonair, 1-hitter. Return on the third Dragonair, 1-hitter. We level up to level 53. Return on Kingdra. Doesn't quite do half. Surf did a lot. She uses the Hyper Potion, but there we just win. So we beat Claire on the first attempt without any additional optional battles. That was pretty cool. So now she's angry because she realizes we're just running around with the Spearow. She's like, I ain't giving you a badge. You just used a Spearow. So now these old guys, they're just like, we need to test you. Answer my question. They're friends, strategy, anybody, love, both. So she comes in and she's just like, no way. Give him his badge. He's the ultimate Pokemon trainer. That's right, Claire. When we get here in the minimum battle series, she's just gonna get wrecked. Wrecked, I say. We're gonna have no respect for Claire whatsoever. So here we go, rival number 5. Just before the league. I'm gonna just drill peck here. Easy victory, nice. Magneton, I think we're slapping it. We survived the Thunderbolt at this point. Okay, wing attack, but we get to go return there. Haunter gives us a mean look. Rip. Goes curse. No. Future sight. Okay. Out comes Feraligatr. It goes slash. Okay. So let's give the paralyzed Cure Berry instead of the pink bow. Let's save the game right here. Let's just see if this gets us through now. Okay. So there. Absolutely no problem. Out comes the Magneton. Oh, it misses. That's perfectly fine too. Here, Golbat. We're just going to go return. Get the easy KO there. We're gonna drill peck on the Haunter. Very nice. Kadabra, get drill pecked. Very nice. Out comes Feraligatr. I'm gonna stick with drill peck, I think. Go slash, but that means nothing at that point. And there we go. We have beaten the rival. So we're coming into the league at level 55, it looks like. I guess for now, just put everything else into the PC. The logic of putting everything into the PC is that if we need to grind levels here, we can just do so against the Elite Four. So that's why I'm going to go really hard on buying potions or full restores here. So here, let's just see. How do we do against the league with our Spearow coming in at level 55? So first up, we got Will. Willy boy. Big Willy style. We're going to drill peck. Okay, that was not the play, clearly. We probably wanted to go, whatchamacall, return. So we do knock out the first Pokemon at least. Return will knock out the second Pokemon. Slowbro comes out. Goes Psychic. Okay, let's just try this again because I may have messed up by not going return on the Xatu. So here, let's return this time. Okay, that is a one-hitter now. Jinx, I expect to just be one shot no matter what. Here we can return there. We get Curse. Okay, now Psychic, which we survive. Okay, so we knock that one out. Out comes the second Xatu. That's an easy KO. And finally, out comes Executor, whom we can Drill Peck. And there we go. So Will goes down, no problem. So Koga, of course, now in the Elite Four. He still thinks he's a ninja, but here we go. We one-shot Ariados. Fortress comes out. Now, technically, Drill Peck is neutral, isn't it? So I guess that's the play. He goes Spike, so that doesn't really matter to us. But Explosion does. Oh man, the explosion. The exploding Fortress is actually an issue here, but if we get a crit, I think we just knock it out on turn 2. Oh, and there he goes Swift instead. So there we go. Yes. Out comes Mucky Boy. I'm just going to stick with this. Here, let's just go return to knock it out. Nice. Crobat comes out. We're just going to return. And one double team is not enough to stop us from hitting. And out comes the Venomoth, whom we can just one-shot. So there we go. We do get through Koga at this level. It only took a couple of attempts. And let's save the game. Let's just try Bruno. Let's just see. So here is Bruno, of course. He's got the Hitmontop out first. We're just going to Drill Peck it. Easy victory. Onyx comes out. Now this is where things get kind of interesting. Like, we can Mud Slap at it. And we don't really like the Sandstorm. And we really do not like the Rock Slide. But we're dead because of the Sandstorm there. Okay, let's try this again. So we're going to beat Hitmontop every time. You know, like it can quick attack, but it's just going to die. Here, let's see what Return does. The problem is that the Rock Slide is doing too much damage there. There's just no way that we survive there with the chip damage as well. We got so close on one of those. But at the same time, like, I think we can get back to this fight pretty easily. Like, I'm pretty sure we can just get through the previous 2 trainers. So I'm just going to take the blackout here, I think. And let's come back in here and just fight Will again. Okay, and the other thing that I wasn't checking last time is that instead of the Paralyzed Cure Berry, I should have given the Soft Sand here. So let's do that. So we're giving Soft Sand just so that we'll do more damage against that Onyx. Let's just see. So here, Drill Peck should still just one-shot here. Nice. But now against this Onyx, we're using the Soft Sand just to get that little extra bit of damage here. We do survive at least there, but we're not going to survive this turn. And this is just another one of these spots where we don't really have anything better. I mean, we can try just going all in on the Return here. But we can see, like, it's not like Return does great damage. Although we will get through this time. Okay. Out comes Hitmonchan. We're going to take Sandstorm damage no matter what. Okay. So yeah, we're getting whittled down either way. So we would need a lot better health getting through that Onyx from the looks of things. Okay, there he misses the Rock Slide the first time. See how much damage Return does. Okay, it does knock that one out. We both take chip damage. Drill Peck. One-shots. Out comes Machamp. We one-shot. Okay, and out comes Hitmonlee. Oh yes, there we go. Pecker at level 59 gets through. And let's see how we do here against Karen. Oh my god, this Karen in front of us. Let's just see. So here, Umbreon, I think we go Return. It's going to be a 2-hitter, but it misses the Sand attack. Very nice. Gengar comes out. We're going to Drill Peck this one. Okay, Curses. Murkrow, we're just going to stick with Drill Peck, I think. That's fine. Houndoom, I'm going to go Return right here. We get the 1-hitter. And then Drill Peck on the Vileplume. Oh, look at that. As we get to level 60 right there. No problem. Pecker is through. So we have made it all the way to Lance. We may just be wrecked right here. I'm not sure. But let's save the game. Let's recover some PP as well. You know, we just want to have all the PP. And yeah, we're just going to see if we can win this fight at this level. Let's go. Let's go. Lancey boy. Yeah, you know I'm the champion, the true champion with my Spearow. We're going to go return right here. It's going to be a 2-hitter, but okay, we get through that one. Dragonite number 1 comes out, and it knows Thunder, which is 30% to miss. Oh wait, but I think it guarantees that it will hit if it's raining, right? Like Thunder will always hit in the rain. Or am I misremembering that? Because otherwise we need a crit here, and that's basically it. Like, oh, we get a nice crit there. I think he still goes Thunder here, but yeah. So there we will take the L. So let's get back up in here. Let's fight Willy again. Big Willy. So here we're just gonna spam the return the entire way. Of course, we already know the strategy here. But yeah, at level 60, we just are not getting through Lance, unfortunately. No matter how we look at it, it's just not gonna work without like critting every single turn, basically. So we get to level 65 right there. So here I want to test some ranges. I'm not going to recover PP. I'm just going to test the ranges on Lance first, because there's no point using our elixirs here if we're not going to get the ranges that we need. So first things first, return is still not quite one-hitting here. So we will get through that, but now rain is continuing to fall, and short of a crit, we're just not getting through that one. So we're just going to faint right there. But we're getting closer, guys. Getting closer at 2 hours 51 minutes here. Let's save the game. Let's fight Karen now at level 69. So here we are going to return on the Umbreon. So close to being a one-hitter. But we get through. Gengar comes out. Drill Peck will just one-shot. Murkrow comes out. We miss. But there we go. We hit the next attack. Houndoom comes out, we hit return, so that's a one-hitter. Finally, it's Vileplume. We miss, we get Stun Sport, it goes Petal Dance, but that's fine. We're gonna win every single time there. So there we go. Nice. I actually think that's pretty darn good. So here, let's just full restore. Once again, let's see what the ranges look like on good old Lancey boy. So here, first things first, he leads off with Gyarados. Return is now one-shotting the Gyarados. Yes. The first Dragonite. Okay, we knock that one out. He sends out his second Dragonite and he goes Blizzard. Okay, let's try this again. I'm kind of interested to see the ranges here. Like, he just destroys us with Thunder, of course. But there is a chance here, it appears, that he goes for something other than Thunder. Okay, we get the crit that time. Okay, there he goes, Blizzard, and we survive. Aerodactyl comes out. Oh, and this is a Pokemon that we have no answers for. Like, we have no moves for this one, so I think we just die there. So yeah, we're gonna have to just gain tons and tons of levels, I think, in order to have any shot here. We're all the way up to level 70 at this point. But I mean, what do we use against Aerodactyl? You know, and it's gonna hit us with Rock Slide, because it can. You know, even though Gen 2, it shouldn't learn Rock Slide. Nobody cares about that. Come on. So here at level 75, I believe return is just one-shotting there. It is. Let's return here. Oh, we get a one-shot on that Dragonite. Here, we just barely don't get the one-shot, but Blizzard missed, so pretty good. We get the Rock Slide here, and there's nothing we can do. We're just flinching. But I want to see this real quick again, because maybe it's a range on that second Dragonite. I don't know. Or maybe we got a good range on the first one. But here we're going to return again. Okay. Here, let's return. Still a one-hitter there. Oh, we get the range there. Out comes Aerodactyl. We did an awful lot of damage there. Out comes the Charizard now. That is a one-hitter. The final Dragonite at level 50 is out. And we get it. Oh, there we get it. Yes. Yes. We've defeated Lance. It took 3 hours and 9 minutes. Granted, I should have taken a bunch of battles that I didn't take. I was sitting here resetting. We can see I had 117 resets, 95 optional battles. We had 3 TMs that we learned in this run. So, yeah. Was this good? Not necessarily, no. But we did manage to get through. Oh man, Pecker, yes, you legend. Oh, this is incredible. We just beat Lance, the champion, with the Spearow. And it took level 75 to do it. Oh, God. Oh, we gotta go see Professor Elm and be like, all right, dude, he gave us Spearow. We did this. But now, this is where things get interesting. Because we need to take our little pecker here, and we need to go ahead and try to make our way through Kanto. Oh my God, we're gonna get wrecked. So now we should be able to first just collect some items that we need. We're gonna want to get some more rare candies, of course, because yeah, they're gonna help. I swear they're gonna help. So we're gonna just zip down here. We're gonna say what's up to this guy, and let's just get in here. Yes, let me in. Okay, so we need to go check on the homies. This guy, he's like, there's a bum. There's a bum up there. Which room is he in again? I always forget. There he is. So here we're gonna just come fight this dude. Spearow is way too over leveled for this. Oh man, look at the pecker go. So there we go. We're just going to return right there, but choke comes out. Let's just go ahead and drill peck it to death. And there we go. Stanley, get the hell out of here. Get back to work. And this guy's just like, you're great. Oh my God. And now let's get to Vermilion. Nice. So here we have made it to Vermilion City. We are now in Kanto, and I think there are only a few things to do. We got to get our access to this rare candy right here. We got to listen to some guy just go on and on about cuddling his Rapidash. We're gonna say cool, nice story. Okay, here we are, Lieutenant Surge time. Obviously we started a new timer and a new counter, but let's go ahead and fight this guy. So here's Surgy Boy. He leads off with the Raichu. We're just going to return. That is a one-hit KO. Out comes the Magneton. I'm gonna slap it. Okay, he double teams. Get wrecked. Out comes Electabuzz. Return. Yes. We get the destruction there. Electrode. Never had a chance. And how about another Electrode? There we go. So Lieutenant Surge, he is still trash in Gen 2. Even with a Spearow. Apparently. Even Spearow. More than enough to wreck Lieutenant Surge. Okay, these like old guys are sitting there talking to each other. We're not going to deal with them. We're going to come up here. Let's go see Sabrina. See waifu. Let's see how she's doing. Sabrina is going to send out her Espeon. We're level 76, so I'm just going to drill peck this. Easy win. Let's see, Mr. Mime get wrecked. Oh, there we go. Look at the utter destruction. Alakazam never had a chance. So Sabrina gets completely wrecked right there. And once again, we have just an easy victory in this section. Here we may as well just go fight Erica. We should have a very easy fight against her. Like, what is she going to do? Somebody tell me, what do you think Erica's actually going to do here? I think she's going to get destroyed. That's what I think she's going to do. And we're going to enjoy this. So Erica is going to lead off with Tangela, level 42. We're just going to drill peck. Easy victory. Out comes Blossom. Get drill pecked. Easy. Next, Jumpluff. No problem at all. We're just destroying literally everything in Kanto. This is ridiculous. So here we'll just go ahead and heal up very quickly. And let's just check inside of the Pokemon Tower here. Obviously these guys are like... And here we're just going to let Shuckle flash the entire world. And we're going to go over here to the power plant so that we can hear their sad story about how they lost their stuff. They're going to be like, we were robbed. And we're going to say, cool. That's very nice to hear about how you were robbed. Give me Zap Cannon, where we should be able to now pop in here. Oops, pop in here to the gym where we're going to see Homie. He's like, no, bye-bye. We aren't taking that for an answer, though. Come on. Everyone knows that we're not going to accept that. So here, he's trying to talk some trash here. We're just going to say, hey, get drill pecked. There we go. So level 78 comes in right there. We are gaining levels left and right. There are plenty of required battles in this section. So here we may as well just go and take care of Misty while we're at it. You know, I mean, what's she going to do? Oh, and look at Misty getting blocked by us. Oh man, our pecker blocked her from her date. She was just trying to have a good time, guys. And our pecker got in the way. So here we go. Let's save the game. Let's fight against Misty. Round 1. So Misty, of course, she's going to send out the Golduck here. I think we just drill peck it. Easy victory. Out comes Lapras. Get drill pecked. Oh, it survives. No. It's a 2-hit KO. No problem. Starmie, I'm going to return. Easy victory. And here, the Quagsire. Let's just give it a return. Very nice. Easy victory there against Misty, so no problems whatsoever in this section so far. And let's make our way back to the power plant because we can deliver their part. So here we're just going to come right here. Let's just give the part to this guy, get TM7. Let's also get back to Lavender where we can now get access to the expansion card right there. And now let's fly back to Vermilion. So here we make the Snorlax nice and angry. We're just going to run away. And now we can go through the rock tunnel to make our way over towards Brocky Boy. Don't worry, this is going to get hard. I swear to God, this is going to get hard. Okay, we have to fight Lightyear's boy, apparently. He's still hanging out here all this time later. He's got the Sand Slash now. He gets one shot. So here we've made it to Brocky Boy. This could be the hardest gym. I'm not sure, but let's try. So here against Brock, I'm simply going to, let's see, should we return or should we slap? I'm going to try return. Okay, it's not quite a one-hitter, but we can just slap at him. Nice. So I think we slap at the Onix. Like, yeah, Sandstorm kind of sucks, but at least we're dealing damage here. Okay, we're going to survive right there. Oh, he hyper potions. Go for the return. Yeah, we should have returned there on that Onix. I think that's the way to go. No matter how we look at it, this is just kind of a sus fight here. Oh, he defense curls, but he's getting wrecked. Yes. Okay, Onix, let's return. And then return should just 2-hit KO here. Like he heals and he's just getting wrecked right there. Cool. Rhyhorn comes out. Okay, he Fury attacks, but we're just going to knock that one out. Out comes Amistar. Oh, it goes Protect, goes Surf. Surf is kind of bad for us. But we get through right there. Kabutops comes out. And it goes Surf as well, but we survive, and there we go. Brocky Boy does go down. We just needed to use Return. Nobody cares about Mud Slap anymore. It's a trash move, guys. I'm just saying. TM, trash move. Oh, the bicycle shop finally calls us. Oh man, we've gotten so far away from you. You know, we weren't even thinking about that. The bicycle shop. Who goes to the bicycle shop? So here, let's just go on down south here. Going down south, guys. So we can get right here. We're just going to now surf right on down to Cinnabar. So we can go right here. We can say what's up to this guy. He's like, oh no, a volcano. Blue, he's so worried about the volcano that erupted and apparently killed Blaine. Even though Blaine is still alive, he's been chilling right over here this whole time. He's just been like, I live in this cave now. So there is Blaney Boy. Let's go ahead and save the game. Blaine time, episode number 1, where he's just going to throw some Magcargo at us. I'm going to Mud Slap him because I believe it's 4 times super effective. Yeah, that's a 2-hitter right there. Magmar comes out. We're just going to return right here. Easy victory. Rapidash, I think, is more of the same. Easy win. Blaney Boy goes down. So just like that, we can now make our way out of here. We're going to make our way up to Fuchsia City. So there shouldn't be much to do here other than just run in the gym. We don't need to worry about all these fake Janines. Just need to go find the real one. And there she is. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to spam some returns. And I think we're going to get a whole lot of wins. We get to level 80 right there as we destroy the Weezing. Next Weezing comes out. Easy victory right there. Venomoth comes out. We're just continuing the utter destruction. Ariados, come on, come on. So Janine gets completely destroyed by our Pecker. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible, I say. Here, we're going to save the game, and it's time for the blue fight, where I think we're just going to go all in and just wreck him, hopefully. So first things first, we're going to go return right here on the Pidgeot. That is a 1-hit KO. Rhydon comes out. Now, Rhydon, we could, at least in theory, do some mud slaps, some slappies, trying to avoid the very, very strong rock slide there. Oh my goodness. Oh, the ride-on might be a wall, guys. Oh no. Oh no, we're gonna have to start fighting battles again, getting levels again. Like Pidgeot, not a problem. Let's just see what return does here. He goes Sandstorm, and then the rock slide. Okay, so here let's try leftovers instead. Let's just see if that does anything for us here. So here we go. Round 2 or round 3, round 4, I'm not sure, against blue. So here, obviously, return is still the play on the Pidgeot, but it is not a one-hit KO now. So let's drill peck there. Cool. All right, so here we should slap at this one. Goes for the rock slide. So we need crazy good luck, I think, on that. Oh, we get returned. That was terrible. Okay, out comes right on. We're going to heal up right there. We're just going to mud slap here. Mud slap. He goes Sandstorm. Sandstorm's basically fine with the leftovers, I think. And as long as we can recover some HP here. But the Sandstorm is doing more damage than we recover with the leftovers. So we're not strong enough to get through that, I don't think. So here's where I think we take optional battles. And the reason I'm going to opt for the optional battles rather than use the rare candies, I want to save the rare candies for red, basically. So there we go. We've gotten to level 83. This is the level where we're at least going to try again. So this time, we're at a higher level. We're going to return right here. We get the one-hitter. Rhydon comes out. I'm going to mud slap him. He sandstorms me. That is probably fine. He goes for Fury Attack there. He's going for Fury Attack again. Okay, he goes for the rock slide there, but let's just see if return will not quite do it. Okay, but we get through, so that's fine. Alakazam, also fine. Now Gyarados. So return does not one-shot, but he rain dances. He goes for the full restore, but we're just gonna knock him out after this. Oh, he's using more full restores, but that's fine. Get wrecked. Okay, out comes Arcanine. He uses extreme speed, but we're just going to wreck that Pokemon. And out comes his Exeggutor, which we're going to drill peck. So there at level 83, we do beat blue. So it was just a matter of getting the damage rounding threshold plus getting pretty decent accuracy luck there on good old Rhydon. We're ready to go try to take on red. We're just going to see if he's possible or not. All right, guys, we have made it to red with our Spearow. We're not at level 100 yet, but can we win this fight right now? Let's go. So red attempt number 1. I'm going to return on his Pikachu. That is a one-hit KO. Very nice. Blastoise comes out. I'm going to return. He goes for the Blizzard, and we get one shot. And we did not even do half there. Oh, God. So here, I think we start thinking about rare candies. We're at level 83 right now. So here's the question. If we just drop the rare candies, how do we do here? Let's just see. At level 85, can we beat red? So here we're going to go return right here. Nice. Here on the Blastoise, we might need some really good accuracy luck. Keeping in mind that Blizzard is fairly inaccurate. Now I think we just return and return. Okay, we get through the Blastoise with no damage. Espeon is basically just a two-hitter here. Very nice. Snorlax comes out. I'm going to go return. He body slams me. Okay, the body slam is the issue there. Here we're at level 90. Let's just try level 90 once. Okay, so here, return does it for the Pikachu. Here we're gonna slap at the Blastoise, which makes too much sense since its move is fairly inaccurate. But we almost get killed here, and he hits 2 in a row. Okay, so here we've got a couple more rare candies in the bag. Don't think these are going to be enough to really make a massive difference, but let's just see. You never know. Sometimes it's just weird how 1 or 2 levels affects the battle. So here Blastoise comes out. We get a rain dance instead this time. Okay, that's kind of nice. So out comes Espeon. We're just going to one-shot it. So Snorlax is now out. And let's just return on him once here. Oh, we get the KO right there. Oh, the Charizard comes out. Flamethrower does a lot of damage, but we return. Yes, out comes the Venusaur. We are going for the Drill Peck right here. Goes Sunny Day. Oh, but we don't care about Sunny Day. Look at that. Trainer Red defeated at level 92 by the legendary Pecker. Oh my god, that is stupid. Why? Why is it possible to beat the game with the Spearow? Even to beat Red. Now, it was close at the end. We got pretty lucky on that last attempt, I think, to be able to get through without him really being able to do anything to us. Red just kind of handed us the win there. But the fact that we got the one hitter on that Snorlax was huge. And just like that, guys, we have beaten the entire game of Pokemon Crystal with a single Spearow. Was it good? No. Do I recommend this? Absolutely not. But it was fun to do. So just like that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to see you in the next one. We're going to be coming back in the second part of this little solo challenge set with a Hoot Hoot. Oh god. Oh, just drop some stupid names in the comments. Hope you guys enjoy. See you later. Bye.